Dang. Yoinks.
Oh. Oh. You get you some of this plastic.
Yo, the way he pops back up. What's going on? It's your boy Sintel with the Intel, and you can already see Rakai is in the building. What's going on, champion?
Hello, governor.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Doctor Who, Season 5, Episode 13, aka the season finale. You want to talk about being left on an amazing cliffhanger. Arguably one of the best episodes of the whole kit and caboodle of Who that I've seen in quite some time. Definitely a #1 of the season. Make sure you stay to the very end, because you know me and Rakai, we're gonna chop it up, have a bit of a back and forth, if you will, over the things we've enjoyed and some of the things we may be scratching our heads over. And I'm pretty certain there's going to be some things that we'll be scratching our heads over regarding this episode. And also make sure you stay to listen to some of the Discord toss some of their questions at us. So without any further ado, let's get started.
Please, could you send someone to fix it? Or a policeman, or...
Police box.
Mm-hmm. Careful what you ask for, right?
But the Tardis blew up back in the past. He ain't showing up.
It's a lovely painting, Amelia. And what are all these?
Stars.
Oh, Amelia.
Because there's no stars in the sky.
Stars in the sky.
And what else?
Just the dark.
But no stars.
That's crazy.
You know there's no such thing as stars.
Wow.
Dang.
Why they determined to make this little girl crazy? Like, it don't matter what timeline, what's going on. They
Not looking at anything.
This way!
Amelia!
Look at these old Daleks.
Daleks.
It's crazy. It's just a part of just the regular, you know.
But she ain't
regular
been with
life
the
now.
doctor. Like, she don't know what those are.
Wow. So the doc's really been in there for over 1,800 years, just chilling.
Dude, you wouldn't even want me to open that thing, because if I'm in there still sitting in there chilling, I'd be crazy. Like, if you've been conscious the whole time,
That's what I'm saying.
stick around, Pond. Who is writing her letters? It's probably the doctor from some other time before he went in there.
Well, you know the Hollywood rule. You don't see somebody die. We didn't see River die, so.
Oh, night at the museum time.
Yeah. We have the same wavelength. Yeah, petrified Dalek is not the move.
Yeah. Because, you know, especially if it's one of them Power Rangers, you know what I'm saying? They'll wake up. Go, Power Daleks.
Oh. Word? That was...
He just had to wait almost 2,000 years. Look at them. They about to cut back on, too.
Okay, kid.
Oh.
This
What?
is where it gets complicated.
A little bit. My whole brain just leaked out of my ear. What am I supposed to do with that?
You would have laughed at that. Please laugh.
I mean, you did shoot her.
Yeah, a little bit.
Could do with a ridiculous miracle about now.
Kiss her, Prince Charming.
Rory!
Oh, what the hell?
It's dead, but it's not the end of the world. Well, it is the end of the world, actually.
What's up with the mop?
Doctor!
And then he got one of them little fez caps on, like he should be like a dancing monkey in the streets of Calcutta.
From your point of view, which is back then from my point of view. Time travel, you can't keep it straight in your head. It's easy to open from the outside, just point and press. Now go.
What the heck?
Don't know.
What do you mean? Done what?
Well, that was easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Absolutely.
That's not it.
Yeah. What are they?
History has collapsed.
Did they petrify because all of their universes?
Like after images. echoes.
Hold on, we
Possibly
just gonna just
tiny footprints of the never were.
not act like they
But how
didn't
did
just
Rory? Because
open the
Rory
box so
came from.
easily. That's wild.
But why didn't it happen to Rory though?
Dang. Yoinks.
Oh. Oh. You get you some of this plastic.
Yo, the way
yeah.
he pops back up.
Hell of a gun arm you're packing there.
Well, everybody got a plan till they get hit in the mouth.
Yeah. Facts. Yeah. He decided to help real quick then, didn't he?
Now, all it needs now is a scan of her living DNA, and it'll restore her.
Where's it going to get that?
In about 2,000 years.
Okay. Well, there we go. They solved about half of our questions in the first 6 minutes of the show.
Hey, that's smart ass writing though.
1996.
Who are you?
Who are you? Yeah, I knew it.
She's going to be in that box for 2,000 years.
Yeah, but we're taking the shortcut.
Oh, that's the one from that River had. Yep. That's why he was blinking in and out.
She'll be fine. Nothing can get into this box.
Well,
He's talking about, yeah, but I'm
There's only one of
here.
me, I counted.
There's only one of me.
2,000 years, Rory, you won't even sleep. You'd be conscious every second. It would drive you mad.
Okay, at least they explained that.
She'd be safer if I stay.
Yeah, so it's suspended animation.
Dude, you would go mad just sitting in one spot for 2,000 years. I ain't got no phone. Word?
His last recorded appearance was during the London Blitz in 1941.
Dang, he lasted a long time.
There are eyewitness accounts from the night of the fire of a figure in Roman dress carrying the box.
Dang.
Since then, there have been no sightings of
Yeah, you drop a tear for that, dude.
Yeah.
the fires of that night, performing one last act of devotion to the box he had pledged to protect for nearly 2,000 years.
Dude. Yeah, you was a real one, man.
Yeah. I told you, I knew the Power Rangers would be back.
Oh, got the Dusty Dalek. Yeah, bro. Come on, bro. Cause you ashy.
What's going on?
What's up with the... Oh, now the security wants to show up.
That's Rory.
It's not a weapon. Scan it. It's not a weapon, and you don't have the power to...
That's Rory.
Do you think?
Yeah! He's back!
He was the guard.
Still guarding.
Uh-huh.
Amy!
And that's why he just switched. He's just switched. He got out of his costume.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. It just happened.
Shut up.
Oh, there we go.
Because we've got to go. Come
Hope you're not like a Ken doll. I hope you're fully equipped.
2,000 years I waited for you.
Yeah. Oh my God.
How can you do that? Is he magic?
You need to get me out of the Pandorica.
But you're not in the Pandorica.
That's right. Spoon feed me like a baby. I appreciate that.
I'm trying to give it up.
Where are we going?
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Hey. You got handled, didn't you?
Yeah. And then beat the fez out of him.
Of course he's dead. Right. I've got 12 minutes. That's good.
12 minutes to live. How is that good?
Oh, you can do loads in 12 minutes. Suck a mint, buy a sledge, have a fast bath. Come on.
Have a fast bath.
Time can be rewritten. He'll find a way. I know he will.
Move it! Come on!
Yeah, y'all probably need to haul ass though.
That part.
So it's not a recording, of course. The emergency protocols. The Tardis is sealed off the control room and put her into a time loop to save her. She is right at the heart of the explosion.
Dang. I knew she wasn't dead. You don't see the body, you ain't dead. There my girl River go.
She been in a time loop for 2,000 years.
Yeah.
Sorry, my love.
Well, I mean, I guess you wouldn't know it because they keep just...
And the plastic centurion?
It's okay, he's on our side.
Really?
Yeah.
I dated an Estine duplicate once. Swappable head. Do keep things fresh. What in the name of sanity have you got on your head?
It's a fez. I wear a fez now. Fezzes are cool.
No, they're not.
Oh!
Yeah.
Word. Y'all gonna just.
Come on. That's what.
Oh.
You can extrapolate the whole universe from a single one of them, like cloning a body from a single cell, and we've got the bumper family pack.
No, too fast. I'm not getting.
Universe, and the light transmits the memory, and that's how we're gonna do it.
Do what?
In the universe. Yeah.
Reboot the universe. Come on.
Mm-hmm. It's just that easy. Hell, you know what I'm saying?
One spark is all we need.
For what?
Big Bang 2. Now listen.
Okay. Oh.
Oh, shit. He took a direct hit, too.
Doctor, it's me, River. Doctor, can you hear me?
And this is where he zapped himself.
Oh, she better get
The
that
River on
revenge.
play,
Yeah. Kill my man.
River getting ready to turn into Laura Croft right here.
Your shield density is compromised.
She kind of dressed like her, too.
Oh, she got the low slung. She got the.
Your eyes
Yeah.
would kill you.
She looked like a female Han Solo right now.
Yeah. And she about to shoot first.
Yep. Straight on Hoth.
Check your records again.
Oh, you better check my resume.
Say it again.
Ain't no mercy.
I love it. She said her name. She said, I'm River Song. Check your records.
Rule 1, the doctor lies.
Where's the Dalek?
It died.
She really does look like Han Solo, dude.
I love me some River Song.
That would bring everything back.
A restoration field
Yeah, but-
powered by an exploding Tardis happening at every moment in history.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool, though.
Yeah. He told you. Almost completely.
He's wired the vortex manipulator to the rest of the box,
Why?
so he can take it with him. He's going to fly the Pandorica into the heart of the explosion.
Yo, the doc is an OG, triple OG. Let's go! You know, like, I'm gonna fly this bad boy into a star because I can. Let there be light.
Are you?
No.
Well, shut up then.
She just hangry.
But that would mean
just needed a
OG Roy would
sandwich.
come back.
But he'll be on the wrong side, trapped in the never space, the void between the worlds. All memory of him will be purged from the universe.
Which means Rory should fly that John in.
That's true.
He's a robot anyway.
He wants to talk to you before he goes.
Not to you.
He doesn't really know me yet.
Yet, which means there's still. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Nothing is ever forgotten. Not really. But you have to try.
I love that. Nothing is ever really forgotten.
What?
Gotcha.
Never believe him.
First thing you need to know is the doctor lies. And there's the pieces of the Tardis wood. Yes, now let's put it all back together. Yeah. It's like Missy Elliott's in the middle.
Okay.
He's like, damn, I am good.
Legs, yes. Bow tie.
He said legs, yes. Bow tie.
Legs, bow tie, no fez.
Amy.
Who called me?
Oh, what are you, a ghost? Yeah.
The crack in my wall. How can it be here?
I don't know yet, but I'm working it out.
That's crazy because I just thought it was him.
Right.
See, that's another. That's Moffat's in his bag.
Yeah, he is. It's super dope.
Did I ever tell you that I stole it? Well, I borrowed it. I was always going to take it back.
Hey, still time for a wedding. What? Yeah, right? Mom?
You're my mom.
Well, of course I'm your mum. What's the matter with you? And this is your breakfast, which your father made, so feel free to tip it out of the window if it's an atrocity.
Is that surprising?
Oh, you know what that means, though?
Hey, looking
That's why she didn't.
looking like Danny DeVito.
In the same joke book as the best
He does.
man.
You're my tiny little dad.
Ah.
That's why she knew she lost her parents, but she didn't know where they went. The light got them, so she didn't even remember them.
Remember it, but you can't.
Yeah.
Are you just saying yes because you're scared of me?
River.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I know her.
Right. You're crying.
So I am. Why am I doing that?
Does she just be involuntarily crying all the time?
Happy Mrs. Rory. Happy, happy, happy.
No. I'm sad. I'm really, really sad.
Right on my wedding day? But I get it, though.
Yeah.
But I get it.
Look, he's like, what the hell?
Oh, someone left it for you. A woman.
Oh, his diary.
Spoilers.
It's a present.
But why?
Well, you know the old saying?
Because you have to remember what goes in it.
Wedding thing?
Oh, something blue. Something old, something new.
Something borrowed,
blue.
something blue. Yeah.
Last minute adjustments to certain aspects.
Yeah, that book does
The
fit all of those
bow
descriptions. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Look, if somebody has on a fez, though,
He wasn't imaginary. He was real.
tell him. Tell him.
Psychiatrists we sent her to.
I remember you.
It's like all the money that we spent.
Mother's back. I can bring you home too. Raggedy man, I remember you, and you are life for my wedding.
That's
Give me a
like,
second.
That would sound nut.
Universe is just rebooting them real quick.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Blue box. Oh, clever. Very clever.
What is it?
Something old.
Something borrowed.
Something new.
Something borrowed, something
blue.
blue.
Something old. It's something blue.
I love it.
Come on out, raggedy doctor.
Look, he remembers
Look,
the doctor.
Look, Rory just remembered it.
The doctor.
I was plastic.
Okay, doctor.
Come on out.
Did I surprise you this time?
Yeah.
No.
Completely astonished. How lucky I happen to be wearing this whole thing. I'm Amy's imaginary friend. But I came anyway.
You absolutely, definitely may kiss the bride.
Amelia, now on. Mr. Pond.
No, I'm not Mr. Pond.
No.
That's not how it works.
Yeah, it is. For you, it is. Yeah, it is.
Right,
It
there
is.
we
Yeah. Just go and embrace the hyphen. Embrace it. He ain't even in the hyphen, though.
He said I only came for the dancing. Oh.
Yeah, did you see that juke he did?
Oh.
What is that?
Oh my God. And you know what? And
They
he probably
almost
hasn't had any liquor. Oh. He would be
man.
a hoot.
Yo, that juke cut my socks, boy. That was good. Yeah, I mean, he waited 2,000 to protect her. That's crazy. That tells you the type of dude he is. I feel like the box looks even more, Tardis looks even more brand new. Oh.
Yeah.
To weddings, don't you?
What about our wedding? Yeah.
Spoilers. Thank you.
What was that? Oh, her time thing. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
No, hang on. Did you think I was asking you to marry me or asking if you were married?
Yes.
Going to find out very soon now. And I'm sorry. But that's when everything changes.
Oh, don't say it like that. Oh, don't say it like that.
That's not cool.
Is the Tardis cleaned up? I feel like it's just if newer. I don't know. Never mind. Don't listen to me.
It does. It even looked kind of different on the outside a little bit.
Amy!
Shut up, it's my wedding.
It looks.
Our wedding!
Sorry, you two. Shouldn't have slipped away.
Easy, hyphen man.
Why? And why now? The silence. Whatever it is still out there. And I have to excuse me a moment. No, but that's not possible. She was sealed into the seventh obelisk. I was at the prayer meeting.
Huh?
Oh, no, I get that it's important. An Egyptian goddess loose on the Orient Express.
What?
Yeah, I think it's goodbye. Do you think it's goodbye?
Definitely goodbye.
Goodbye!
Ah! She like, I ain't giving up this life. If you're watching this on YouTube, you're gonna see a cut down version of our reaction because we're only allowed to show you a limited amount of picture-in-picture. But if you wanna watch the whole thing with us uncut, uninterrupted, head over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/Centel. Become a member of this channel. You'll get access to the full uncut reaction, but you will need your own Netflix, HBO Max, or Disney Plus subscription so you can open up each episode in an adjacent window to our reaction. We'll give you a little time with a small reference video at the bottom of the screen to help you sync up the footage. And it'll be like you're watching it with your favorite pals from the internet. Not bad for a season finale. Not bad at all.
Mm-hmm.
It absolutely just met my expectations, which is great. Very few things actually meet it. Just great. It's just a great twofer, a nasty 1-2 punch. It tied up. I think the biggest surprise for me was how much it tied up within like the first 10 minutes. Like we were left on such a massive cliffhanger. I thought it was going to take an entire episode to kind of like unravel all of this big knot of just what if and what's going on. And they're like, nah, just give us like 10 minutes and we'll cut that knot like right in half and kind of just go into something else. For like a piece of me was a teeny bit disappointed that they wrapped it up so quick. But what I got instead was a great bow tie to close out the season. How did you feel about?
I see what you did there.
Yeah, little bow tie. Yeah, how you feeling about this episode and or the season as a whole?
Okay, so first season with Matt Smith, the 11th Doctor. The back half of the season was exceptionally strong. I don't know. I really, really like him as a doctor. And that's saying a lot, coming off of David Tennant, to get a new doctor and a warm up to him and figure out who he is. He's a very different doctor, but I like the doctor that he is. And I'm excited to see what's coming. I like Amy as a companion. I like Rory as a companion. And kind of them, working together. I think, and for us, that's something that we haven't seen, the kind of double companion thing. So that'll be interesting to see. Mickey passed up on his chance in season 1. So I don't know. I think for this episode, I like the way that played out as far as how to figure out how to bring back everything and everyone. That was very clever. And even to how the doctor kind of programmed Amy to bring him back. It's extremely clever. It's very clever writing. I like how they did that. I still think the episode before the Pandorica opens was absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah. That was incredible. Yeah. So just a shout out to the chat. Just in case it's your first time watching with us, we do watch this with the Discord, which is free, easy to get to, super easy peasy lemon squeezy. And we do address some of their questions. Sophie said, just in case you wanted to know, it is a new exterior. We kind of did look at the, and that's in terms of the TARDIS, because it did look like it had like, you know, a bit of a spit shine on it. You know, it felt new-ish.
Yeah, it's been to the car wash.
Yeah, that's all. You know, just to let you know that, like, I guess does it pose the question of like how much of what was previously done still there? Like the previous TARDIS, was that gone? I mean, it did literally explode, but then the universe rebuilt itself, so everything is still kind of like brain. I don't know. I'm kind of spitballing with that thought. That's the thing about this show, man. There's especially dealing with the timey-wimey stuff. You gotta really kind of like censor your brain in order to like process all of the stuff that's going on with the leaping, going back and forth. But they still did a really good job. I loved how they kind of like brought out the baby spoon and baby fed us what's going on with the timey-wimey stuff and didn't leave us to our own devices, because I'm over here looking like I'm having a brain freeze as a result of it. Thank you for that. I know smarter heads, smarter minds can figure it out a lot faster. For me, I needed that kind of like spoon feeding of everything going on. There were some interesting quotes too. There was one that really moved me. Was when the doc said something. Oh my gosh. What did he say? In the end, we're all stories. That's what it was. So something to that effect. We're all just stories in the end. And that kind of like, I guess for me, it's one of those things where people are always talking about pay attention to the moment and really, you know, be there, be in the moment, enjoy what's going on right now, because in the end, you know, your existence is nothing but a story, you know. But how some people have a fear of kind of like being forgotten. There was another quote that he said as well, that nothing's ever really forgotten. Like this life that we're living, you know, is going to be someone's story told in a book or on a podcast or whatever it is, a story told in somebody's far thought, but you are never ever really gone. And that's kind of like what this whole season kind of felt like. You know, we're going through these stories with the story with the Doctor, and things aren't permanent per se. I mean, the whole universe rebooted, you know, but you still kind of like have it stuck in your head. And then if you can remember those stories, you never really die. And it took it took Amy having to remember who the Doctor was in order to bring that story kind of like back to life. I thought that was a nice way to kind of like tell that story. What's on your mind?
It reminds me of I don't know why I forget the name of this it's an animated movie, Mexican kid, that he kind of dies or whatever, and he goes in the past and figures out his dad. What is the name? Coco.
Coco.
That's
oh,
Coco.
Boy, I cried like a baby in Coco.
Yes.
Like a baby in Coco. Yeah. That was a good movie.
It reminds me of that because, you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, you know, a lot of people try to figure out their purpose in life. Many other people are trying to establish legacy. And sometimes legacy is about personal, you know, your own glory or whatever. They just, you know, want to be remembered, want to be, you know, great. But sometimes too, it is just once the people who knew you no longer remember you, did you ever exist? You know, I mean, as you go around right now, there's people's names on buildings, on bridges, on all sorts of things. People have, you know, parks named after them. But just because you put your name on something, does anybody ever look up? Do they remember? Do they know who that person was? You know, you have your people who, you know, entertainers, you know, political people, you know, athletes that stand out through time and kind of transcend. But the rest of us, even if you're fortunate enough to do something where somebody's like, you know what, you get this own wing of a hospital, you get your name on something.
Yeah.
What does that really matter? It's a name, and you get a commemorative plaque in a building where nobody knows you. I don't know, it's a weird thing. So, that remembering, does anybody really pass down the stories? Or I don't know, I guess we live in a fortunate time too where people don't necessarily have to just pass down the stories like griots of old. How we live in a time now where you can watch a video, you can see something I said or that I did to help people not necessarily remember, but kind of commemorate, acknowledge who you were and what you did. It's interesting.
Well, to quote Gladiator, shadows and dust, Maximus. We're all but shadows and dust.
Shadows and dust.
and on a long enough timeline, everything is going to be forgotten on a long enough time. Even the pyramids, things that we think are permanent. There's no such thing as permanence, right? But I thought that when the doctor refrained, he said something to the effect of like every atom has a memory. It can remember one atom itself can remember an entire universe. So maybe there is like a permanence in that the universe remembers when everything is all said and done, and I don't know, we fall back into a black hole, whatever the grand ending is going to be. Like, we still persist in whatever form that may be, because I think all of us have like this inherent fear of being erased or not remembered or whatever it is, or forgotten, right? That's why, there's such an importance of legacy, leaving something behind. But what if your experience is going to be pre-recorded anyways? It's just in a way that we just can't wrap our minds around. We just can't conceptualize it. Maybe it's in the afterlife. Maybe it's in the protons and neutrons of an atom or whatever it is, or some other thing that we don't fully understand. But to see and to be kind of like reminded in this series that you aren't ever forgotten, to me is warming, because I don't think anybody wants to be forgotten. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, because what I'm saying, like, really, when it comes to, even if you record, I think it's one of those things about that doesn't necessarily mean that people know you. I mean, it's easy to forget you. Just because I watch a video on you doesn't mean I know you. I can't have the assumption I know you. So it really comes down to people who you met, and then pretty much real talk. It's going to come down to your family. You know what I'm saying? Your however many children, family members you have, their children, pretty much, we're not going to get too much past great grandchildren level. And then what is their level of connection to you? That is what it is. It's about the connection. I did have a connection to my grandmother, not as strong as I would have liked. But then when you look at great grandchildren, my kids don't really have, or they did not have, that type of connection to my grandmother. And I hate that happened, because she was a wealth of knowledge. And she was just a wonderful, wonderful woman. So I think, it's one of those things like after I and some of my other cousins and things like that pass, will anyone truly remember her and the kind of lady she was? And I don't think that's because the connection is not there. So once you lose connection, are you actually remembered, or are you just acknowledged? I think that's two different things.
Well, there's two big deaths, right? There's the day when your body dies, and there's the day when your name is whispered for the last time, right? It's one of those kind of things. I remember old heads used to say, when an elder dies, it's like a library burning down, But, if somebody wants to get to know Rakai really well and get to know how important he is to the lexicon of this culture, all you got to do is head on over and check out one of his deep dives. You can get to know the brother real well in that circumstance. I'm not gonna tell you to spit out the stuff just yet, because I didn't want to address some of the comments that are in the chat. But that's just to put a little feather in your cap on what to look for a little bit later. I think some of our moderators have jumped ship for like a hot second. which is cool. Thank you all for hanging out with two of your homeboys. If you want to be a part of this conversation, we do have the Discord, because we do watch this live as members of the Discord. It is free. You can get to it super easy. There's a link in the description. Let me see. I think there was a comment from Char that I marked. It said, if you realize, thank God you didn't yet, in the comments, you'd see this doctor had the jacket, while the other one of the episodes had it yanked by an angel. Now this is in terms of when the doctor shows up to meet a timey-wimey Amy when they were running from the angels, right? It was a very subtle thing at the time. Everyone thought it was a big production error. That kind of like reminds me of when Game of Thrones had a production error and left the Starbucks cup on the on the soundstage.
That was clearly a production error.
That was a very real production error on that. Thank you so much for the comments.
Hot cup of dragon mocha.
There was a very, very big question. Here it is. This is coming from Shar. Said, okay, here's a question. Small wall of text incoming. Okay, there is a good chunk of the fandom that thinks, I'm sorry, give me 1 second. My eyes are really small. Let me get this. There we go. Okay. There's a good chunk of the fandom that thinks writers abused the Doctor Ex Machina, for example, season 3 finale, with the physics of Jesus Doctor and the big reset button. He said, we mess everything up and then find a sci-fi excuse to just leave everything as it was before the disaster trope. Let's see. They said the season 2 with the Void vacuum cleaner, season 3 finale with the year that never was, season 4 finale with the Tardis just towing the Earth back in orbit. Although season 5 does fall on the reset button trope, I personally think it is the best executed one, even up until today. What are your thoughts on this? How does this two-parter finale compare to all the RTD previous finales? Well, let me kind of like set the tone for a little bit. There's an old saying that there's only like 12 stories in the world, right? And we just kind of retell the same 12 stories over and over and over again. And I think the same thing can kind of go for tropes. It's not a question of the story being retold or the trope being reused. The question is, am I entertained? You know, am I watching this with joy in my heart or a question in my mind or an emotion that's going to be pulled and evoked? I'm not worried about the fact that here comes that trope. I want to be moved and want to see more, and that's what Doctor Who seems to do for me. There's a lot of Hollywood tropes. We talk about Hollywood tropes all the time. It's like, well, if you didn't see the body, person didn't die, or there's something in the shadow. All of those tropes exist, and they're never gonna not exist. But the question is what are you going to do with those tropes? It's kind of like having Legos or something. A lot of the Legos are the same pieces, but you can build different things with the same old pieces over and over again. And I think that is one of the things that makes Who stand out. Just make me want more, make me feel something, make me think. How are you feeling about that question?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think on that one for a while, because that's kind of that's like one of those deep dive kind of areas right now. and actually, unfortunately, I'm kind of clock watching right now because I have to.
That's true. We do
transition to
Thank you so much for that reminder. For those that are wondering why we're wrapping this bad boy up, Rakai is about to have a live stream regarding some of his deeper thoughts. It's going to be amazing. Fortunately, for those that are watching this now, it would have already have passed, but that gives you a great reason to head over to his YouTube page, subscribe, be a member of the Discord so that you can know when some of these events happen. His YouTube channel is absolutely amazing. He does these deep dives where he gives you an interesting look, a unique perspective, a personal perspective over his content that we love. Rakai, can you tell the people how they get in contact with you real quick?
Yeah, I'm not sure yet. I'm trying to, work it into my schedule, but I think as of right now, I might want to make this, Deep Dive Fridays kind of a thing, to do them live every Friday, where there'll be two things happening for all the people who are members of my Patreon and all the people here in the Discord. I'm going to do the deep dive live. So when you catch it live, that's what it's going to be. And then at a certain point, I'm going to cut it. I'm not going to cut the stream off. I'm going to stop, and then we'll go into doing a deeper dive with members of the Patreon, members of the Discord. If you send me a private message, send me an email saying, yes, I would like to be a part of that for the deeper dive part of it, then I will invite you to the stage, kind of same thing like how we invite you to the stage in Discord. So you can get on and share your points and things too. I want to have a real discussion with some of you. However, after it goes off live, you will only be able to access that on my Patreon, or I'll drop it in the Discord. Anyone else, I'm going to cut a different version of the shorter bit that was just me kind of talking, and that's what will show up on my YouTube page. So it's going to be a benefit to be there live, and it's going to be a benefit to be a member of my Patreon. To catch me at any time, youtube.com/Noop from the Ville, NUPEFROMDAVILLE. Gotta be about this, and it's gotta be about this. Thank you, Chef.
Thank you, Chef. Thank you all for your time. Let us know what we got right, what we got wrong, and the phone was definitely what we missed, and we will catch you all for the next season. All right, y'all, take care.